All right, so here is my design template that I use for all my sketches, and I just found this online. I really like her because she has a bunch of hips and curves, just like, yes, it makes it look all voluptuous, and I love it. So we're gonna just draw a simple bodysuit. I'll do a couple of cutouts and maybe an arm. Who knows? We'll just start it and see where we end up. So first thing first is you're gonna have a lot of sequin on a majorette suit, of course. So the way I draw that, when you think about sequin, you just see this long strip. So when I draw sequin, I try to mimic that the same way. So let's say on the back side, on this side we have, so this is gonna be a bodysuit, and I'm just gonna curve the back of the butt just like that. That's where a normal, that's how a normal suit goes. It curves the butt and it just hugs and it contours the body. So that there will be my sequin. And so that's how I draw sequin on here. I've seen some people, they, kind of do this little thing, which is cool. And like I said, it's all your preference on how you do it, but that's just how I do it because it resembles it more to me. So, and then here, see, I'm just following the natural curve of the butt here, and I'm gonna continue that. And this here is the back side of the leotard. Now, if we're gonna do, we can do a waist seam here and then come back with like a two-piece look and open back, or we could do like a keyhole back here. I mean, you can do the back any kind of way you want, so we'll keep it simple. Let's just go let's do a keyhole. So all we're gonna do is just start from the corner of the shoulder here and curve it down as low and as wide as you want and curve it right back up to the corner of the shoulder here. So what I'm gonna do is just you just smooth it out. So now I have the line that I'm gonna follow, and I'm gonna again just make my double line to mimic the sequin. Okay. Just trying to keep it fairly consistent. And if not, you can always erase and fix it. I think I just broke this lid. Okay, no I didn't. So let me redo this, okay? And that's it. And then you'll come back and you'll fill this in with whatever color sequin you can use: blue, red, green, orange, pink, whatever. Or if it's gonna be silver sequin like this, then I'll just color it in with my pencil and we'll shade that in. But we'll do that later. So we got a keyhole back here. Now, sometimes on the back, you can put fringe on here. So for the fringe, so this is the fringe that will be on a uniform. And you see that's how it is. So to mimic that, all I'm gonna do is just give you some lines. Nothing precise. Okay? So that'll mimic your fringe. And then so you can put fringe on the keyhole, and then you can also put some sequin on the back straight across and have fringe on that, or a lot of people like to do a nice little V. So this is gonna be my sequin. And you can have some fringe on the butt. Okay? It's really simple. Like I said, it's not hard at all. I think we're gonna make this a one sleeve. So right here at the shoulder, where the arm and the back kind of connect, I'm gonna draw a little piece of sequin there, and I started at the top. I make it wide at the top to show the width of the sequin, then I connect it right there at the point, right where it curves under the arm, just to give it that little, effect. And that'll be the whole of the bodysuit. And then the arm will be out. And then what you can have is, generally what I like to do, because I don't like seeing empty arms, when you have an arm that has nothing on it, a lot of times you'll have what's called a cuff, a sequin cuff, arm cuff. You can make them for the legs, and this will be what that is. You can have the smaller size. Sometimes they come in sizes about this big here, which is the size I typically like. And so again, for that, we're gonna do the same thing. It's a wide, just parallel line. So it'll start at the wrist here, and however long, if you want to make a smaller cuff, you can do this, or if you want a longer cuff, you can just do this. And then, like I said, we'll just, get some more needle, some more lead, and we'll just connect all that through. Okay, and that's how that goes. And so since we're gonna be silver sequin today, let's go ahead and trim this in. So that's that so far. Like I said, not hard at all, very easy. Now for this other arm, we can still have the same sequin cuff, but we're all gonna have a sleeve. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in. And now on this sleeve, I think I'm gonna put some fringe on the underarm. So the way this, she has her arm on the head, the fringe will be hanging up under here. Okay, and they'll just depict fringe under the arm. And you can also, if you wanted to, cut a couple of circles out on the arm, just draw a little half circle here. Okay, and fill that in. And of course, it'll be a full circle. Once you look at it from the front, you'll see the full, because it'll continue around to come back over. So you can do a circle, a little cutout there. And sometimes a cutout would be on the upper arm, but since it's folded, I'm gonna kind of curve it around just to make it look like the hole is right there where the bend of the arm is. And then just follow it around. So now we have, oh, and we got this sequin right here. I forgot. Let's color that in. So that is the back of our uniform. And see, we haven't added any color in. You can already see the structure of it pretty good. So let's go to the front. Now, when you're doing front and back, so we got to copy a few things. So of course we have to copy over the sequin cuffs here. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Now, another thing we have to copy is the hole and the fringe and this cap sleeve here. So since on the back side, this is on the left, you have to flip everything when you go to the front. So now this is going to be on the right side. And again, I'm going to come from the arm and just kind of flare out here just to draw that. And then of course I'm going to widen it out just a little bit just to give me that separation, and then fill that in. Okay. Next, I'm going to add the holes on this arm, but we're going to do it on the opposite side. And so since this is the shoulder, it goes down to the top of the arm. So on this side, the shoulder going down to the top of the arm here. And again, just draw your little half circle. Now, under the arm, we have the fringe. So let's go ahead and just dash those on right there. So now we have everything that we need. Now on the front, since we have a scoop on the back, we could do a scoop on the front. We could do a V on the front. And when you're designing, you can kind of use the body of the template itself to know what to do and what not to do. So clearly I'm not gonna make anything with a scoop and the neck comes down this far, because if I did that, then I'm cutting into the chest area and it's gonna be exposed. We don't wanna do that. So just keep all that in mind when you're drawing, when you're sketching, coming up with ideas. I think since we have a V right here, I'm gonna bring that V over to here as well. And I'll bring it down just a little bit. Okay. And yep. And then let's fill that in. And when you're designing, there is no right and no wrong for the most part. Well, as far as what you do with the uniform. Like if you want to put the V there, some people may want to put some fringe coming out of that V. You can do that. Or you can do a double V. So this V here, the cut is open in the neck. If you did like a double V here, this would only be sequin that we're doubling on top of the fabric. So it's not another cut. It would just be another row of sequin. You could do like this, just to give it some extra pop of what's going on. Okay. And then what you could do And like I said, all this is just you playing around with whatever you want to see happen. Instead of putting fringe here, you can put the fringe onto this V. Or you can put fringe on both V's, but I think I'm just gonna do one. And then on the inside of this here, you can have rhinestones. So it's all really just simple things. You just come up with things as you see it. If it catch your interest, you see, hey, I think I might want to have the sides cut out here. So with the sides, you don't want to draw your cutouts too high up, because then you'll have the chest here risk coming out and dropping through the hole, which you don't want that. So again, use your template, and you need to know you're going to have a little space between where the actual breast area is from where the hole's going to start. So since I'm not going to start it right together, I'm going to drop it down a little bit and do a little small circle cutout on the side. And then also with that, I'm not gonna bring this hole here down too far past where the waist is, because then their tights can be showing, or the the up part of the hip, which you don't want to expose too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. You could do one side, or you could come around and you can do both sides. So we're gonna have two cutouts. So, I mean, there you go. Now next, we need to add the bottom of the leotard. So when you're doing the back with the butt, it curves under. When you get ready to do the front, you're gonna curve over, because you don't wanna curve under here, because then that'll give you the look of like a bike tard or anything like that. So when you're doing a Leo, and it's just all about perspective, just curve up and over, just a little light curve. We are pretty much done. So that's it. Now from here, all you're gonna do is pretty much decide what color you want the actual bodysuit to be. If you want it to be multiple colors, this here could be one fabric, and then your sleeve could be another fabric. Then the bottom here could be another fabric, different color. Like, it's really up to you. And to be honest, I think I will go ahead and color it in. Okay, so let's see. What color do I want to use? I need to go buy me some more color pencils. Let's go with the blue. I like blue. Oh, that is definitely not blue. That's purple. I don't want no purple. So, nothing against purple, but she's just not feeling me today, and I'm not feeling her. We're gonna go with blue. Now I'm gonna show you the difference on how I do these fabrics. So let's say the whole uniform is gonna be blue. And I'm gonna start with the back again. And let's say on the back part here, we're gonna have a sheer fabric, a blue sheer fabric. What I'm gonna do, this here would be the separation between my actual back and the sleeve. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color it in really light on this part here, just to show difference between the two fabrics, and you'll see what I mean in a second. down. So I did a light color there. So this here will be an actual spandex fabric, sort of say. So I'll color it in just a little bit darker so you can see that difference. And then here, of course, will be the same fabric as the arm. So we're gonna go ahead and color that in. I must have some sequin up under there or something. Okay, so that's that. And now we're gonna go to the front side. And now the front side, all of this, you know what? So I'm gonna show you just how I thought about something just that quick. Just how we have the sheer on the back, I'm gonna put some sheer in the front of this as well. And if you have an idea of where, drop it down in the comments and let me know. So let me go ahead and color all this in, because all this will be the main spandex fabric that we use. I'm gonna put sheer fabric right here, so I'm gonna go really light. Okay. And again, I didn't plan any of this out. I literally just thought about it as I was doing it. So that just goes to show you have complete and total control of what you do. It's just your imagination just takes you wherever you want to go. All right, and y'all, that is it. And it's that easy to draw a uniform, I promise. Not complicated at all. And yeah, that's it. So hey, if you liked it, let me know. Put some blue hearts down there in the comments. Like it. Comment again, subscribe, follow me on 901 Design, Instagram, and Facebook. And I will see y'all later. Oh, my nails, I need to get these done ASAP.